named Tucker. He was sitting at the opening of an abandoned drain pipe at Times Square, his home. When he wasn't collecting, scrounging as he called it, or sleeping, he'd sit at the opening of the drain pipe and watch the world go by. It was Saturday night, and every Saturday night for almost a year now, Tucker had watched Mario tending his father's newsstand.
Newspapers, magazines, and latest editions. No, maybe on the next day.
It's going to be less and less until morning.
I don't understand it. It's Saturday night too, and the Sunday papers aren't even going.
No, awfully late.
Well, I can sleep in on Sundays. Besides, school's out now, and Mom and Papa are on the way to pick me up on the way home. They went to visit friends.
Next train to Grand Central, track 2.
Night, Mario. I'll take you Sunday.
Wait, it's only 25 cents. You got a quarter coming.
One ticket to Grand Central, please. Madam, with all sincerity, you really must be joking. To ride the subway, what you need above all else, what is strictly necessary, whether you believe it or not, is a token. For the subway here, take the subway there. You could even secretaries chat with others. On a secretary versus business trends. Token is a luxury to dollars. You can't afford it unless the fee is And having heard of people spoken, you will have to buy a token, not a ticket.
Not a ticket?
You board the subway here and you take the subway there. On the floor there are countless things to see. There's a world whizzing by, a little man with just one eye, a perfect stranger with his backpack on your knee. You cannot learn unless you have one of these. So step right up and make your purchase, please. And having heard what she's just spoken, pending if the train's not broken, you will have to buy a token, not a ticket.
I hear a cricket. I think I heard a cricket chirping. And I believe that I have heard a cricket chirping. And I have heard a chirping flying in the lurking. If I just keep up my fishing, I will see a cricket.
I need a ticket.
You board the subway here and you take the subway there. Every time you ride, you feel a new sensation. You can be happy, angry, sad. You can go start raving mad by the time you reach your final destination. But before you go, there must be intermission. A token must be bought to go beyond the gate. And having heard what she just spoken, pending if the train's not broken, whether uptown or Hoboken, you will have to buy a token, not a ticket.
It is a cricket.
Mario cleaned off the cricket as much as he could have and hunted around the newsstand for a matchbox. Having found one, he knocked out one end of it and folded a sheet of Kleenex inside and tucked it into the box and put the cricket in.
Ah, you like the new bed, huh? Say, you must be hungry. Here, try this. That's great. Baby Ruth, my favorite too.
So, what's the matter?
I found a cricket.
It's a bug. Throw it away.
No, Mama, it's a special kind of bug. Crickets are good luck.
Good luck at Christmas and good luck. Throw it away.
Please, Mama, I want to keep them as a pet.
No bugs are gonna come into my house. We got enough already. With the screen full of holes. You whistle to his friends and we'll have a house full of cricketers.
No, we won't. I'll fix the screens.
How's the selling today?
15 papers, 4 magazines, and Paul just went a Sunday time.
Nobody bought a music or review or anything else, guys?
No.
So you spend less time playing with cricketers and we'll sell more papers.
Oh, no. Mario couldn't help it if nobody buys.
You can tell the temperature of crickets too. Count the number of chirps per minute, divide by 4, and add 40. They're very intelligent.
And bugs getting germs. He doesn't come into the house.
You could keep it in the newsstand then.
Yes, and he wouldn't even have to come home. I could leave him here and feed him here, and you'll never see him. When we took the newsstand, I bring him with me.
What do we want with the cricketer?
What do we want with the newsstand? We got it. Let's keep it.
You said I have a dog, but I never got him. I never got a cat or a bird or anything. I want this cricket for my pet.
He's yours then.
Fine, but only on a trial. At first time you kick the shrimp, if we come down with a particular disease, out he goes.
Yes, Mama.
Come on, Mario. Help me close up.
Good night. I'll be back in the morning.
Talking to it, the cricketer son.
Hey, you up there. Are you awake? Hey, who's going? Psst. It's us. Down here. Who are you? We're mice. Who are you?
Chester, a cricket?
My name's Tucker, and this is my cousin Vinny. Could we come up?
I guess so. This isn't my house anyways.
So, you're a cricket. I never saw one before.
I've seen mice before. Knew a few back in Connecticut.
Is that where you're from?
Yeah, I guess I'll never see it again.
So, how'd you get to New York?
It's a long story.
Tell me. I love hearing stories. It's almost as much fun as eavesdropping.
Well, it must have been 2, maybe 3 days ago. And I was on top of my stump, and I've been practicing jumping that day too.
Me too, especially around rush hour.
And I stopped when I smelled something. Liverwurst, which I love.
You like liverwurst? Wait, just wait. Here, liverwurst. You continue the story. We'll enjoy a snack.
That's very nice of you. I had chocolate, but nothing else for 3 days.
Eat, eat.
So, you smelled liverwurst. Then what happened?
Then I jumped off my stump and went off toward the smell.
Very logical. Exactly what I would have done.
And there was a whole bunch of people having a picnic. They had hard-boiled eggs, crow's roast beef, and roast chicken, and a whole lot of other things besides the liverwurst sandwiches. They were having so much fun that they didn't even notice me jump into the picnic basket.
Who could blame you?
Well, I ate so much, I couldn't keep my eyes open. With all my previous jumping around, I fell asleep right there in the picnic basket. Then I could feel someone put the last of the roast beef sandwiches on top of me.
Imagine trapped under roast beef sandwiches. Well, there could be worse fates.
Then I could feel the basket being carried to a car, then being lifted down. I was getting awfully cramped and scared under those roast beef sandwiches.
Didn't you try to eat your way out?
I didn't have room. But every time the train lurched, I freed myself a little. Then they got off the train, and from the noise, I could tell it must be New York.
You've never been here before?
Goodness, no! I'm a country cricket.
Don't worry. We'll feed you, liverwurst. You'll be all right. Continue with the story.
It's almost over. Then they got into another train, even louder and noisier than the first.
Must have been the subway.
I guess so. I didn't know where I was going. For all I knew, they could have been heading for Texas.
It could happen. I've heard some Texans go far as Kennebunkport.
You don't say. Huh. Anyways, then they got off the train, and I took a leap and landed in that pile of rubbish over there.
Such an introduction to New York.
After 3 days, I got so desperate that I finally began to chirp.
That's what I heard.
Yes, that was me. What is that you're humming?
Oh, it's a little game I like to play. I like to make up songs to pass the time or when I'm eating one of my favorite delicacies. And liverwurst kind of has a nice ring to it, if you know what I mean. No pun intended. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
Oh, liverwurst, the best of yes, the best is liverwurst. Everyone liverwurst. What do you think? How do you do it? Easy. Just keep the beat, make rhymes, and remember that the last word has to be liverwurst. Can I try? Sure. Give it a whirl. I found a picnic basket and I jumped in to explore. I thank my mother, bless her heart, that I'm an omnivore. I gorged myself on roast beef till I thought that I would burst. But given the choice, I would have badly eaten liverwurst. Oh, liverwurst, the best, oh yes, the best is liverwurst. If I were a beverage, it surely quench your thirst. When I'm at a smorgasbord, it's what I look for first. Oh, liverwurst, the best, oh yes, the best is liverwurst. Liverwurst, liverwurst. Should we try it together? All right. I'm first? Okay. It's true, all vegetarians must think that they are cursed. While strolling through the aisles, see rings of liverwurst. You found instead the worst that there are carnivores de facto, instead of being vegan or some piece of a lacto. Vegetarian liverwurst. Oh. Hey! Something's not right there. I know, but what are some other words that rhyme with liverwurst? Well, not really. There's lips are pursed, get your money reimbursed. Patricia Hearst, daughter of William Randolph Hearst, she was the one who got the... Already the expert. Oh, liverwurst, the best, oh yes, the best is liverwurst. In a world beverage, it surely quench your thirst. When I'm at a smorgasbord, it's what I look for first. Oh, liverwurst, the best, oh yes, the best is liverwurst. Liverwurst, the best, oh yes, the best is liverwurst. Oh, that was fun, but what's a smorgasbord? Watch out! Oh, him? He's my best friend. Harry, meet Chester. Chester, meet Harry. He's a cricket. Oh, hello. I wasn't scared for myself. I just thought cats and mice were enemies. In the country, maybe. But in New York, we gave up those old habits long ago. Harry's my best friend, and he lives in the drain pipe with me. How's the scrounging tonight, Harry?
Not so good. Those rich people on the east side don't throw as much garbage as they should.
Chester, make that noise again for Harry.
Lovely, very lovely. This cricket has talent.
I thought it was singing, but you do it like playing the violin with one wing over the other? Yes, these wings are not much good for flying, and I prefer music anyways.
Makes me want to purr to hear
Do
it.
you want to stay in New York for long?
I guess I have to. I don't know how I'm going to get home.
We could put you on a train going back to Connecticut. But why don't you give the city a try? Meet new people, see new things.
Mario likes you very much. Yes, but his mother doesn't. She thinks I carry germs. Germs? She would know if a germ gave her a black eye.
Too bad you couldn't have found more successful friends. Care for the future of this newsstand.
It's true. They're going broke fast. I gotta get going, guys. See ya. Nice meeting you, Chester.
Nice to meet you, Vinny. Yeah, see you, Vinny. Hey, Harry, should we take him up to see Times Square?
Would you like that, Chester?
I guess so. How do you like it? Well, it's quite something.
You should see it New Year's Eve. It's all lit up. Thousands of people.
Oh, do you see that star? Up there? It shines down in my home in Connecticut. I know it does. You're the star that shines overhead through the trees, through the meadow. I came to think you're just mine. Who took me by the hand through the shadow, peeking over my shoulder so I could be bolder when darkness is cast all around. And like a true friend, you show up for me? You're a star, yes you are. I want to be a star for someone, shining ever so bright in the daytime or night, not worried about tomorrow, lighting up the new faces from all the strange places, places beyond my front door. And like a true friend, you show up over and over again. Through the rattle and hum that our lives can become, you show up over and
The next morning, Mario came back to the newsstand with his father.
I knew he wouldn't. There you go. Breakfast. Ah, nuts. I forgot to bring him something to wash it down. Oh! Hey, Matilda, guess what I have? A cricket.
That's a fine cricket. Loving you.
I think he's thirsty. I was wondering if you might have something for a cricket.
I have just the ticket for your cricket. Whatever they don't do. Boys?
Bear on the Charles was waiting for a signal that would start a grand revolt. From the North Steeple Tower, he knew they were to ensure the message he delivered after all. Boy, he just dove right in.
It's like green grass. That's why he jumped in, it seems to me.
That you resist the Green River.
So what's in it?
Lime syrup and phosphate.
That's what the gods.
That's for sure.
Tell you what, we'll write his name on the glass. You can come over and get fresh Green River for him whenever you want.
Thanks, Mickey. Thanks, Matilda. Well, I better be off. I gotta get my cricket at house.
We'll make him a Sunday next time if he's hungry.
Bring it back soon.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Smedley. Guess what I have? A cricket.
How delightful.
Do you want to hold him?
Oh, I don't think so.
He won't hurt you. I heard him chirp last night.
Do you think he would chirp for me?
Maybe. Chirp, please.
Why, that was a perfect middle C. Why, I never, in all of my years as a music instructor, I have never seen something such as this.
Do you want to give him music lessons, Mr. Smedley?
What could I teach him? He's already been taught by the greatest teacher of all, nature herself. I could add nothing to the greatness of this little black Orpheus.
Who's Orpheus?
Orpheus was the greatest musician to ever live. He played the harp.
See Shui and spoke only truth. He knew thoughts of animals and men, desire of flower and tree, and destiny of sun and stars, and high gods who live in palaces at the summit of heaven loved Si Shui because of truth he spoke. And from many lands came men to hear their fate from Si Shui. To one he said, "You very good man, live along a cedar tree on mountainside." To other he said, "You wicked man, die soon." Of course wicked men are most unhappy. They think, "I a wicked man, no everyone know how wicked I am." So all together wicked men decided to kill Si Shui. Si Shui knew very well that they want to kill him. He knew everything, but he not care. He waited. My high gods would not let Si Shui be killed. So when wicked men raised swords above Si Shui, high gods turned him into cricket. And now men who only spoke truth and knew all things now sing songs that no men understand and all men love. Ah, so we understand. Since this cricket is so remarkable, I sell cage for 15 cents.
I can afford that. I'll take it, Mr. Fawn.
I also make present free, sound like little spent silver temple far off the Yangtze River.
Thank you very much for the bow, the cage, and the story. I don't just thank you very much.
You want Chinese fortune cookie?
Good luck is coming your way. Be ready.
Ah, very good advice indeed. Always be ready for happiness, though you may feel some sadness today. Always be ready for happiness, it will never be too far away. It can be around the corner, behind your front door, in places you have never known before. In the face of a stranger from some far-off foreign land, or maybe in the palm of your own hand. Though there'll be days of sunshine and bright blue skies, there'll be days of sadness, 'tis true. But always be ready for happiness. It is waiting, somewhere it's waiting. It is waiting somewhere for you. You go now. Always be ready for happiness. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Fawn, and thanks.
That same night, after the Balloonies had gone home for a trip, Chester was telling Harry and Tucker about his trip to Chinatown. Every minute or so, Tucker would get up and walk around to the other side of the pagoda. He was overcome with admiration of it.
And Mr. Fawn gave Mario a fortune cookie, too.
I am very fond of Chinese food myself. I have to browse through the garbage cans in Chinatown.
I once thought of living down there, but they make interesting dishes. They
They made a soup out of bird's nest, a stew out of shark fins. They can make a souffle out of a mouse.
Listen to the mouse.
Easy, Harry. You don't know your own strength. What a palace. Beautiful. You could feel like a king living in this place.
Yes, but I'm not so keen of staying in the cage. It makes me sort of nervous to be locked up in here. I prefer tree stumps and holes in the ground.
Do you want to come out?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, freedom! There's nothing like freedom!
Say, Chester, could I go in for a minute? I was never in a pagoda before.
Go right ahead.
If only I had a robe now, I'd feel like the Emperor of China. How do I look, Harry?
You look like a mouse in a trap.
Every mouse or denizens are so nice.
Say, Tucker, do you want to sleep in the cage?
Oh, could I?
Yeah, I prefer my matchbox anyway.
There's just one thing. This floor, it's a little hard to sleep on.
How about Kleenex? That's nice and soft.
Kleenex would be nice, but I was wondering.
Come on, Tucker, you've got something on your mind.
Well, I was wondering if maybe there were any dollar bills in the cash register.
This mouse, who but this mouse wants to sleep on dollar bills? Dollar bills!
There's a few in here, plenty to make a mattress. Pass some over. I'll put the new ones on the bottom. I like a crispy clean sheet. And I'll pull the older one on over for a cover.
Here you go.
Thank you. I'm sleeping on money inside of a palace. It's a dream come true. Feel of my day. I love the way it goes around my fingers and toes. The sweet so crisp and color so clean. These roses give me chills when I grow and swing them. Some people may think that's funny, but I say to them, oh, come true. Baby, I'll take this currency and go to sleep with some flow. Some say I am a bit opportunistic, it's true. Well, others say I lack common sense. Others think confounded by my interest confounded. The chance to be sleeping with dead presidents. Oh, Georgie.
That's a bit morbid, actually.
Oh, I love the feel of Monday. And boy, will the night ever dance. I say it good night, sleep, baby, it don't come cheap. As I crawl into the close of my chin, I'm saying I love the feel of Monday. And by the years, this bright and space Good night, Harry. Good night, Tucker.
Chester Cricket was having a dream. In his dream, he was eating a leaf from a willow tree, but there was something dry and papery about it. Still, Chester kept eating, hoping that it would begin to taste better. A storm came up in his dream. It swirled around his stump, and Chester began to sneeze. Such a big sneeze that it woke him up.
Help! Fire! Murder! Police! Chester, what is the matter with you? I could have died from fright.
I just ate a $2 bill.
You did what?
Yes, look, I dreamed I was eating a leaf.
Oh, not a $1 bill. Not even a $1 bill and 50-cent piece. $2 you ate. And from the Bellinis too. People who barely make $2 in 2 days.
What am I gonna do?
Pack your bags and head to California.
I can't do that. They've been so good to me.
Then stay and take the wrap. There's still half of it left. Maybe we can put Scotch tape along the edge and pass it off as a $1 bill.
No one will believe it. All the things were going along so nicely.
Buck up. You can still figure this out. I got it! Eat the rest of it and they'll never know what happened.
Then they'll accuse each other of losing it. I can't make any bad feelings between them.
You're so honorable.
And besides, it tastes bad.
the general who cleans the station. He woke me with a mop last week.
Get to the mouse! And it was in the newsstand again. And what is this? A $2 bill eaten in half? This was your doing, wasn't it? Why, you know good Jim Carrey. Always gonna hear about this. That cricketer is a money eater. And even worse, he's inviting Manson Middle and 70 characters into the newsstand.
I cannot believe a cricket would eat a $2 bill. But besides, does it matter if a mouse or two get in the newsstand?
He's got to go.
Nah, Mama. Let's not let the emotions get to us.
Emotions?
Look, we can't be sure who ate the money. And besides, Mario.
He's eating all of the profits.
Look, let's say the cricket needs to be kept in his cage, eh? And since the cricket is your pet, Mario, you must replace that money. He can come out of his cage when you've earned enough. Can we agree on that?
I suppose I can agree to that. But only until Mario gets the $2, then he can come out of the, only then he can come out of his cage.
Well, I suppose I could deliver groceries so that in a couple weeks I can earn enough.
Of course that meant no swimming at Coney Island, and no movies, and no nothing. But what else could he do? After feeding the cricket his breakfast, Mario told Chester not to worry and waved goodbye.
That night, after Papa shut up the newsstand, Chester was hanging through the gilded bars of his cage, bored and lonely.
So, how long's the sentence?
Until Mario can make back the money.
Let me get this straight. Does he have to earn it back as a punishment, or does he just have to give it to someone?
He just has to get it, and I don't know why he should be punished. I was the one who made the $2. Oh, my poor leg! That Mama Bellini can sure heave a magazine. Feel the bump, Harry.
I already felt it. Now enough stalling. You have money.
Tucker has money? Does Tucker have money?
He's the richest mouse in New York.
I have my life savings.
How did you get the money?
When I was yet a little mouse, I moved from the sweet scenes of my childhood, 10th Avenue that is, into the Times Square subway station. It was here that I learned the value of economicness, which means savings. Many an old mouse that I see crawling away into a poor unwanted mouse's grave. I resolved that such a thing would never come to me.
All which means you got a pile of loot back in the drain pipe.
You ain't kidding.
I'll tell it my own way. So, for all the long years of my youth, when I could have been gambling, which means playing with other mouses, I saved. I saved paper. I saved food. I saved clothing.
Save time and get to the point.
And I also saved money. At great times in peril, I might add. I now have $2 $5, 5 2 dimes, 6 nickels, and 18 pennies saved away in the drain pipe.
Which makes $2.93.
And I'm proud of it.
Wait, so if you had all that money, why did you want to sleep on dollar bills in the pagoda?
No folding money. It was a new sensation.
Oi, you're a sick mouse.
You could get Chester out and still have 93 cents left.
But I'll be ruined. Wiped out. Who'll take care of me in my old age?
I will now stop acting like a skimpling and go get the money.
Well, guys, I don't think Tucker should give up his money. He'll do what he wants with it.
Listen to the cricket, acting all noble and making me look like a bum. Of course I'll give you the money. Whoever mice are spoken of, never let it be said that Tucker Mouse was stingy with his worldly goods.
The cat and mice had made several trips back and forth between the drain pipe and the newsstand, carrying money in their mouths. Chester filled up a column, starting with a $50 on the bottom and ending with a dime. It was money by the time they were finished.
What is it? Can you believe him? Certainly not. He must have taken it from the cash register. All the money's here.
Maybe Papa left it, like a surprise.
No, I would certainly know he had any money to leave somebody.
Fine, thanks.
Paul, did you see anyone around the newsstand last night?
No, only thing I saw was a big careful sprout with the building. He seemed busier than usual tonight.
No, no cat could have done this.
Magic, extraterrestrials, sounds like a mission in Times Square subway station. What excitement. Well, I gotta go.
Bye, Paul.
Well, if you like Mario, you can let the cricketer out of his cage.
Really? You mean it?
When you keep your good vibes such a beat, gonna make it louder and deep, will make you a man dependable. Keeping your word is commendable, otherwise you are expected. It's my job as a mama to teach you what is more I am able to see. To learn lessons of being a man. Nobody lets them into think that it's my job as a mama to teach you what is more I am able to see. To learn lessons of being a man. So he's hoping I don't have to say, what is become of my little boy? Hold on a minute. Can we slow down just a little bit? I'm getting too old for this. When you give your word, my son, you keep it. Though the road may be long, hard, and steep, it will make mama sleep like a proudly step. As a McCoy, let's set out till every friend makes a date. Although I like to see that.
Gee, thanks, Mama.
Well, although I like to see that cricketer of yours leave, I must keep up to my side of the bargain. I gave you my word.
And you keep it. That's swell, Mama.
We welcome you to a short stretch and get water and bathroom break while we do reset and get ready for Act 2.
Late one night, Chester Cricket was very busy inside the newsstand. As soon as the Bellinis went home, he hopped out of his matchbox and began to clean up. Chester wanted everything to be perfect for the night. There was going to be a party exactly 2 months since Chester has arrived in New York, and 4 animals wanted to celebrate the anniversary. Perhaps he would invite a few friends in for dessert.
So, fill me out on the fare for tonight, Tucker.
Wait till I tell you. I have 2 pieces of liverwurst, 1 slice of ham, 2 pieces of bacon,
From a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich.
some lettuce and tomato,
Rumson sandwich.
2 squares from a Hershey chocolate bar, and an O. Henry candy bar.
Nuts.
And here comes the climax. Drum roll, please! Iced drinks!
How'd you get the ice?
Wait till I tell you. All day we've been hiding behind the lunch counter.
When the soda drinks made a Coke, we grabbed the icing spill and stored it in the drain pipe.
There, I have a heat insulated bag saved up for just such an occasion. Nice, huh?
That's amazing.
Vinny, come help me with the drink. How's the concert, Vinny?
Harry, oops.
It's okay. Very good, but I don't think the Islanders played nearly as well as you do.
Oh, shucks.
Whoa.
Where but in New York could a mouse have ice for his Coca-Cola?
Oh, that was delicious. The liverwurst, mwah, super.
Glad you liked it.
I personally prefer the ham.
Say, what time do we have? The boys should be arriving for dessert soon.
Did they say they'd come?
Mention food and they come in droves.
Is that them?
Big D doubles hurt. What does spell, boys? It spells hurt. You got your big D doubles hurt. Pass on the name, this just give me dessert. Big D doubles hurt. What does spell, boys? It spells hurt. You got your big D doubles hurt. Pass on the name, this just give me dessert. Take my appetizer and order, and whatever else you choose to serve. Now I'm putting you on red alert. I will not share any of my dessert. Cheesecake, ginger snaps, sweet potato pies, oodles of snickerdoodles dancing before my eyes. There's Amy's food and devil's food and German chocolate cake. Oh, I have never had such fun, this has the tummy ache. Macaroons and mortar dunes, a big banana split. Oh, every morsel looks so good, how can I ever quit? The cherry jubilee, so burn me, wash it down with skirt. I'm willing to share anything, but not dessert. Cheesecake, cheese, Subway size. What does the boy just love? And there's baked food and donuts, circle eyes on your name, just as the time slip. Macaroons and margarines, a big banana slip. Oh, I've just loved boys and legs. The cherry jubilee, burn me, wash it down. I'm really got my own taste, not my dessert.
Who's got some music? Oh, school looks at four. Dessert's on us, fellas.
Yes, tonight we are celebrating Chester Goodyear's 2-month anniversary in the city.
Who's got some music? That's my favorite.
Sing, Chester. Well, I don't know if I can. All my songs are running up positions.
Listen to the radio. Play what it does.
Imagine plays pop as well as classical.
Chester can play, I can dance. We should go into vaudeville.
If you dance as good as you play, you play.
So, I'm just learning.
A veritable smorgasbord.
Hey, you never told me what a smorgasbord is.
Watch out!
I drank it all. You what? Is it ready to ice?
No, maybe we can smother it.
Oh, fine. She's so burning and you blocked the hole to get out.
What a way to go. I should have stayed on 10th Street.
I need alarm in a fire.
From the drain pipe, the animals watched as Pop put out the fire. When the danger was over, he called up Papa Bellini on the telephone.
What a mess.
What are you gonna do, Chester?
I have to go back. The Bellinis will think I set the fire and ran. What makes you think that they won't think that you set the fire and stayed? I just have to take that chance.
Ruined! We're ruined! Ruined! We're ruined! Look at the
just got off the road from uptown and I heard someone say, "What's that?" Above that time, I heard a long talk about animals everywhere.
So, what did I tell you? Animals in the newsstand again. The cricketer and his cronies, his pals, his friends. He probably set the fire, and now we're booing. He's got to go, he is a jinx. He's got to go, that's what me thinks. What he's done is a crime, so say it one more time. He's got to go, he's got to go. He's got to go, he is a jinx. He's got to go, that's what me thinks. I'll be bold in the sun, birds can have my dessert. He's got to go, he's got to go. The cricketer played the party host last night. His friends, he decided to invite them. He placed magazines carefully about and proceeded to ignite them. He's got to go, he is a jinx. He's got to go, that's what me thinks. He's an arson and a crook. I say let's give him a hook. He's got to go. He's got to go. You say your cricketer is good luck. Ha! It's good luck going in reverse. He eats our money and he burns our stat. It's clear to me he is a curse. He's got to go. He is a jinx. He's got to go. That's what me thinks. Let's not delay or say get rid of him today. He's got to go. He's a jinx. He's got to go. He's got to go.
While the family was cleaning up, Chester was lying on the floor of his cave. He began to believe he really was a jinx. After the morning rush, Papa went to go by and then walked to the stand.
What's going on? What are you doing here? All they need to do is catch you.
I had to see what you were doing.
Mom was gonna throw me out. I don't blame her either. I wish I'd never come to New York.
Don't say that. You made me feel like a rat and I moved your mouse. It was me that did it.
It's not your fault, Tucker. I've been a jinx ever since I came.
Che cosa costa? Che cantava. Who's singing?
Play some more. She hates me. I'll only make her more angry. Do like I tell you.
Now as luck would have it, Chester was playing Come Back to Sorrento, Mama Bellini's favorite song. Back in Naples, Italy, Papa was courting her before they came to America. As soon as he came beneath her window on a moonlit night to sing a ballad of a plunking of an old guitar.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
Mario, your cricketer who sings so beautifully, Tono Sorrento, could possibly put down a newsstand. He could stay a little while longer, no?
You hear? You hear? You can stay. And oh boy, this is only the beginning. I'll be your manager, okay?
And that was the beginning of the most remarkable week in Chester Cricket's life, or any cricket's life.
I've been giving this situation my serious consideration.
What's clear is that Chester is a very talented person.
Here, here.
The second thing is, talent must not be allowed to go to waste. And the third thing is, there might be, who can tell, a little money in it maybe.
Of course, that's the bottom of it.
Now wait, please just wait a little minute before calling him a greedy little rogue. The newsstand is doing a lot of business, right? Right? If the Bellinis are happy, Mama Bellini would always want to keep him, right?
Right, she likes him today because he played her favorite songs. Who can tell how she likes him tomorrow? And if a little bit of the profits ends up in the drain pipe, well, who's the worst for that?
Well, I also want to help them because they've been so good to me. But I don't know how I'm going to make any money.
Oh, he might not know, but I can tell you this. New York is a place where people are willing to pay for talent.
What's clear is that Chester's got to know music.
I personally prefer his own compositions.
But human beings, being what they are, rather hear music written by themselves.
Right. So how am I going to learn their music?
Easy as pie.
Not too loud, because the outside will get suspicious. Just play it by ear.
And that was the beginning of Chester's formal music education. The next morning, all the Bellinis came to open the newsstand. Chester was having a good stretch limbering up his week. Since it was Sunday, he thought it would be nice to start with him, so he chose Rock of Ages. During a pause,
You know, I was just about to know. No, I've had enough with with your incessant dribble. Don't you think they can figure things out by themselves without your so-called elect narrations?
but
And you have certainly made me out to be some kind of killjoy. What do you have against me? Even the band seems to have something against me. Is that really fair?
well,
Really, I'm supposed to be practical, sensible. I mean, given the circumstances, wouldn't any sane person have done as I have?
well, really.
Well, let's see what you can do. Come here. You're going to be Mr. Smedley.
But you already have Mr. Smedley.
As of the moment, you are Mr. Smedley.
Hello, Mr. Smedley. My cricket plays
Hymns?
and opera.
And Italian songs.
Well. We've all become very fond of our cricket. Aren't Elaine and our imaginations run with us a little bit?
Oh no, just listen. Let's do it again.
Do you need to sit down, Mr. Smedley? You look a little pale.
Well, perhaps I should. It's rather a shock, you know.
And that's nothing. You should hear him play Aida.
May I try an experiment?
Yes!
Da 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 da. He has absolutely perfect pitch. I've only met one other person who did. She was a soprano named Arabella Hufflefinger. I want to thank you guys for the most delightful time I've ever had. Everyone should know about this cricket. Well, I should write a letter to the New York Times.
And this is the letter Mr. Smedley wrote.
To the music editor of the New York Times and the people of New York, rejoice for a musical miracle that's nothing but the Gothic city. On this day, this very day, Sunday, the very Sunday, August 28th, surely a day that will go down in musical history.
I had the pleasure, the privilege to attend the most beautiful recital ever heard.
New York.
So, we have a celebrity in our midst.
Chester had been up most of the night learning new pieces. Now he sat testing his wings against each other. This time of year they almost itched to chirp.
Who's playing? Oh, stop joking. What's going on? My gosh, a cricket! Who'd have believed it?
Be quiet.
It's a fake.
It isn't fake. It's a living creature and it sings beautifully. I'm going to catch my siblings at a filled harmonic.
Why, it's a fake. It is a fake. On this particular occasion, that's my tip. It is a fake. You can see his mouth's not moving. Every evidence is proven. He is definitely not legitimate. Are you crazy? It's outrageous. I just hope it's not contagious. But my ticket is a fake, for pity's sake.
He is real, the real deal. And with glorious great audience appeal, yes, he is real. You might find the pictures crazy, some of us have been so curious, hard and boring, and there's nothing to conceal. We have looked at all these things he's really playing with his wings. He's really real, yes, that's the deal. He's really real.
His wings, you say?
My gosh, you're right.
Of course we're right. You can see it in your eyes and can put it tight. Of course we're right. Your idea was perverted, yes it was. You've been perverted, and frankly there is nothing more to say. You can see that that's just it. He's one incredible cricket. The bug can play, the bug can play. The bug can play.
Read about the cricket. It's in the New York Times. I know you love the music, but it's a good time.
That first day alone, there were 783 people late to work because they had stopped to listen to Chester. He was given interviews on the radio, in newspapers, and television. Everyone was talking about the remarkable insight into the wrongs of the people in New York. Subway station.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
I was wondering, would you mind if I took over from here?
Huh?
Well, you see, I was the original Mr. Smedley. And someone took my place thanks to, battle act Mama Bellini. And I got to read out a lot of lines, even a song. My parents were expecting me to, well, you know, have a larger role. So, would you mind if I continued on from here?
That would be fine. She kind of gives me the creeps anyways. And tell your parents they should be happy with whatever role you had.
Thank you, I will. Business boomed at the newsstand, and by closing time, they had sold out completely. By Thursday, Chester was the most famous musician in all of New York. But now, a strange thing happened. He wasn't really happy. Instead, he was always tired from the exhausting schedule and from being the center of attention. Then, on that Thursday, 3 things happened that upset him very much. First, he happened to notice that it was the 1st of September. The thought of September with all of its changes made Chester feel very small and lost. And that evening, while playing, the first leaf of fall blew into the subway station. A little reminder of what was happening in the country. But the worst thing happened after the concert was over.
Hey! What are you doing? What is it? A thief!
Is my cricket all right?
He's still in the cage.
Come on now. It's safe. He's not coming out.
What's the matter with him?
I think he's sick.
Take him to the bug doctor. But you come again.
Entomologist.
Take it to the end of la vista.
He could just be tired. We could give him a few days rest.
He isn't happy here anymore.
How do you know?
If I know how I feel if I were a cricket. School is starting in a couple weeks. Please promise me you'll take good care of my cricket while I'm gone.
We will, Mario. We like him too, you know.
I almost wish he hadn't come here because he'd be happy here in New York.
Chester heard Mario, and he thought about what Mario had said as the Bellinis were closing up the newsstand. Later, in the dark, he was still thinking about it, and then, quickly, like something snapping into place, something was decided. Chester felt relieved after the decision had been made.
Chester, you should excuse me, please, but I thought your tempo and Stars and Stripes Forever was a little off. So, let's get to practicing.
I can't even say hello to Harry.
So, say hello, Harry. Hello, Harry. Hello, Chester. So, the greeting's over. Let's get to practicing.
I just don't feel like it.
What's the matter?
I just don't feel like playing.
You don't feel like playing? It's like the sun saying, I don't feel like shining.
Well, sometimes there's cloudy days too. Can't I have a break?
What's the matter, Chester? Band gonna get you down?
I guess I'm just feeling September-ish. The leaves are changing color, and I love autumn.
Hey, what about we go up to Central Park? The leaves change color there too.
It's not the same. I need to see a shock of corn. I might as well tell you now. I'm gonna retire.
Retire?
Yes, retire. I love New York, but I love Connecticut more. I'm going home.
But all the human beings, all the suffering your thousands gives pleasure to. What about them?
Well, my playing gives pleasure to people back in Connecticut too.
Who?
Oh, the woodchucks, the pheasants, the rabbits, the ducks, all the people who live by the brook.
Harry, say something. Make him stay.
My opinion is that it's Chester's life. What does it to be famous? It just makes you unhappy.
There would be a lot of glory, I suppose. Giving everything up just when he's on top. What a gesture. I can see it now. At the summit of his career, he vanishes. The papers will go crazy. He leaves only behind a touching memory. How lovely. How beautiful.
The only things that will worry me, the only thing that worries me is what will happen to the newsstand.
Oh, don't worry about the newsstand. The Bellinis are famous anyway now. Papers will be booming.
So, when do you plan to make it final?
Today is Thursday. How about tomorrow night?
Friday's an excellent day for retiring. If I ever retire from scrounging, it will be on a Friday.
Oh, that makes me so much better. If you want me to play some music for tomorrow, I will.
Why bother? Tonight's your last full night in New York. You should enjoy yourself.
Come to the drain pipe. We have plenty of food and no matches to burn it up.
So, the three friends hopped, scuttled, and padded across to Tucker and Harry's home, where a fine farewell feast was held. The next day, Chester was in the midst of his last public piece he was ever playing in New York City. For his final encore, Chester had chosen the sextet from the opera Lucia di Lammermoor in honor of the Bellinis, which was Papa's favorite of favorites.
It's the sextet from Lucia the Murmurer.
Too bad there are 5 other crickets like Chester. They could do the whole thing.
So this is it. This is really his last one.
Yeah, I guess. Above the cricket cage, through a gate in the sidewalk, the chirping moved up to the street. A man walking down Broadway stopped and listened. Then more arrived,
staring at the grate.
What is it? An accident? What's happening?
Then, they all fall silent to hear the music and start nodding. Traffic came to a standstill. The buses, the cars, men and walking, everything stopped. And what was strangest of all, no one minded. And for those few minutes, Times Square was as still as a meadow at evening, with the sun streaming in on the people there, and the grass moving them as if they were only, and the wind moving them as if they were only tall blades of grass. After the concert, Mama and Papa Bellini had to go off for the evening. They left Mario in charge of the stand and told him they would be back later to help close up.
That'll keep us from bugging us about where the next concert is. How about some games?
So, Mario made a fist, and Chester had to jump over it. Hide and seek was fun too. The cricket found lots of good hiding spots, and if Mario couldn't find him in a few minutes, Chester would give a quick chirp as a hint. If Chester had to chirp 3 times, it was understood that he had won the game. About 10 o'clock, Mario began to yawn, and they stopped playing. Chester gave him a private recital, softly, so the people in the station couldn't hear him. He wanted this to be for Mario alone. As he played, the boy's eyes slowly closed, and his head dropped over on one shoulder, asleep on a stack of magazines.
Psst, you better hurry. The train's gonna leave soon for Grand Central. I'll be down in a minute.
In his sleep, Mario felt something and stirred. Chester was afraid he would wake him up, but Mario only settled into a new position. The cricket lifted his wings and drew them tightly together. There was all of his love, and a goodbye too, in that one chirp. Mario smiled at the familiar sound.
I packed some supper for you. Nothing much. I mean, delicious, of course. A piece of steak sandwich, but none too good for such talent. Thank you, Tucker.
I guess we should start heading for the tracks.
So, when you get to Grand Central, all you need to do is board the next train on track 6.
I checked the schedule. That's when Ross was gonna get.
Wait, how will you know when you get there? We're buried under beef sandwiches when we left there.
Oh, I'll feel the wind and smell the trees. I'll know.
Take care of yourself.
Don't worry about the Bellinis. I'll take care of them.
You never told me. What's a smorgasbord?
It's it's Swedish buffet. Did you hear another chirp? Come on, Tucker. Let's go home.
Right, guys. We'll see you around.
He's going to be very unhappy.
Where's the cricket then?
Maybe he stepped out for a breath of fresh air?
It's that man, the one who tried to steal the bell. He's come back and...
He won't come back.
How do you know?
The bell is gone. You and I, because we were the only ones who knew where the bell was. If the thief had taken it, he would have taken money from the cash register too. My cricket took it and went home. And I'm happy about that.
But I don't...
I'm not sure. But it seems our son has learned some very valuable lessons. Maybe even taught us something, eh?
He's right, you know. One from somewhere, bright lights, Times Square. Reasons I do not know, no matter how I try. Big schemes, bigger dreams, wet eyes, questions why. This is my lullaby, a song to say goodbye. Wishing upon our star, I'll wait for your return. Lessons of life I am dreaming to learn from you. Changing, estranging, life's rearranging. But now you've gone away and feel the lonely side of goodbye. You were not blind. about the little fella. What magic. What a miracle. He's the most sensational,
Most inspirational.
He's hoping every day she'll get the opportunity to listen to the music of the cricket in Times Square.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Stay here right now. Yeah. So you all drew the short or long end of the stick depending on your perspective. Last night I had to get them home because they had 2 more shows, but tonight I need to spend a little more time with some thank yous. First of all, I need to say a very, very big thank you to Manson PTAC and especially to our sponsor, the Lake Chelan Building Supply. Keep shopping local, Lake Chelan Building Supply. Lake Chelan Building Supply has been a supporter from day one of us bringing elementary and middle school theater arts here to the Valley, and so we're so grateful for them. They provided, among other things, our fabulous tri-fold doors that our staff, our cast made turn into magical different scenes. So there's a few people that, because people come in at the last minute, were left out of the program that I have to be sure to thank. First of all, a big thank you to Mrs. Andrea Whitney, our fabulous elementary school music teacher, who taught our 5th graders to double or more our sound. So thank you to Mrs. Whitney. We're so grateful to Mr. Matt Brown. He always gives us, we have 5 million stand lights because of him. We've got all kinds of stands. He is just a kindred spirit in terms of celebrating and finding every opportunity to make arts happen for kids. And we like to geek out on listing all the amazing life skills that happen when we allow our kids to interface and go deeply into the arts. There is nothing that we do that doesn't translate more directly, I'm a little biased, but directly towards their life skills. This being able to work together as a group, being able to creative problem solve, to be able to fix things in the moment, to be able to learn to speak in public, to be able to lean on each other and also be independent. There's so many life skills that happen with the arts, and we're so grateful for that. So thank you, Matt Brown. One of my last-minute angels was my dear friend Laurel Jampgard, who came in and was our mic person extraordinaire. She changed a lot of mics on kids so that we could be here, as well as just general great backstage management. So thank you to Laurel Jampgard. My dear friend Tyree Tisdale, my coworker, came in the last couple days, did makeup with folks, and she was amazing. So was Sarah England, came helping out with makeup and whatever I asked her to do. We have down the amazing Emily Alejo is down here assisting. As well as Ken Gibson. This was the dynamic trio making all this sound. I learned a lot about theater, but sound is something I know nothing about. I'm so grateful to this trio of individuals, the Ephraim family and Ken Gibson. Thank you. Another thing, a great joy that happens is being able to have so many students come back who've been a part of productions before. And one of my dear former students, Giselle Lopez, was our fabulous prompter over there, helping our students. We call her Rapunzel up there in her tower, the lovely Mrs. Brown. So we've got, thank you so much, my dear friend Julie Brown, for operating the lighting design. I told the kids over and over again that they have no idea what a privilege it is to be able to play with live musicians. I mean, it's great, the technology that we have, that we can sing along to taped music, and that has served a great purpose. But what a privilege to be able to sing with a live band who will follow you wherever you go, and maybe if you need to start your verse a couple beats later, they're there with you. We have an amazing group of musicians who mean the world to me, starting with one of my former students. He first came to me when he was second grade, and now he's way grown up. Mr. Ty Kobe-Ernest on the drums back here. And then one of my musical partners, along with my friend Catherine Castrodale, the three of us were two wannabe divas and a real one. And she and I have raised our babies together, and many of her babies have been in shows, and we've been in shows. And one of my dearest friends, Ms. Cheryl Ann Krigo, over here playing toys of all kinds. So when Dane imagined this story, we talked about that the voice of the cricket would be a violin, and our children have both, that's been their instrument throughout their life. And our daughter lived in Portland for many years, and we are so blessed that she was able to come home for this very special To Her Father and to Me project. And so Milena was the violinist that you heard, along with the lovely Katie. We had two violinists, so we have Katie Coltman and Milena Avig. And then I need for Wendy Schramm, and I need for Dane Johnson, and I need for Catherine Castrodale to come out and stand right here, please. But while they do, though, my dear friend Ellen Picton, who she has so there have been only a handful of people who could handle the job of being a producer for me, because what it means is you kind of follow after me and pick up all the stuff I drop, literally and figuratively. And Ellen also thinks, grabs into my kind of weird creative mind and creates these, she did all the costuming for us and all the communications, and Ellen is just one of those people who anticipates what you need, and she's there. And she does that not only here, but she does that for Manson High School and Middle School. She is a gem in this valley. So Ms. Ellen Picton, where are you? Right here, yeah, front and center. They all hate doing this, but too bad.
It's been quite a day for me. To start the day this morning, it seems like years ago, I put my guitar on a chair back here, and then I was just going to kind of slide it over with my butt so I could sit down on the chair. And I sat on my guitar and broke it in half. So that started my day. And then we were getting ready to play tonight's show, and I got my foot caught in the cord, and I went back, and I fell down and knocked everything around. And then just now, as I'm coming out to say hello to everybody, I stepped on a sandwich that I was eating.
So, as you guys may know, we are the daughters of Wendy and Jeannie and Dane. And my dad has kind of a tradition for when his students graduate, give little awards. Oh my God, sorry guys. This is so silly, I shouldn't even be crying. So to my mom, Jeannie Kapple, most likely to give a 30-minute end of show speech. To Wendy Schramm, most likely to stay an extra hour to make sure the backdrop paint colors match. To Catherine Castrodale, most likely to play a song 5 times its expected tempo. And to Dane Johnson, most likely to hide backstage even though he wrote the whole darn thing. So many kids' lives, and I really appreciate you guys all being here. So thank you. Yeah, well, okay, so these four, Wendy and Catherine and Dane and I have done 20 shows together. The first one, yes, the first one in 1999. And it just feels pretty amazing to be doing this work alongside kids and alongside each other. And I want to do a special shout out to Wendy Schramm. So Wendy is our amazing art teacher here, and what Wendy does is somewhat miraculous. She's really, she knows that making sure that kids' art is everywhere gives them a level of investment that's beyond what you get if somebody else is doing the sets or if you buy them or whatever. So all of these students have at her hand
co-created all of the set pieces and the props, and she gets what it means to teach art to the whole person, and there's no one I could co-teach a class with other than Wendy. With this. And Catherine, to be able to just take, I can say what I need, say what I want. We can fight over tempos, but mostly we don't fight over tempos, but she is there, it's her tempo. She is there and has been there for me, both professionally and personally, and she's one of my nearest and dearest, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, Catherine. And as many of you know, this is Dane's final year. He's going to be retiring this year from teaching, and so so it felt very important to do this show this year to honor that. And so you kids will forever have the special opportunity to have done this original musical, and so grateful to you. And the last thing I want to say is to this amazing cast of students. You welcomed me into your class and into your classroom and let me be a guest teacher with you. And I knew only a handful of you, but that quickly changed, and I will never forget any of you. I will never forget the journeys that each of you took. From the people who came in, I had these two right here come in and say, we're not getting on stage, we just like to do art. And you may have noticed them front and center, maybe singing louder than anybody and dancing their hearts out. Yeah, but they weren't going to do anything on stage. And there was a whole group of people who said that too. And so one of the things that we talked about is that theater arts is expansive. Some of you may put your energy towards art and sets and props. Some of you may put your art towards acting. Some of you may put your art towards dancing. And speaking of that, Denali, could you come over here for a minute? So Denali was our student choreographer, and she, that wonderful piece, Can You Feel It? That they all can't stop dancing. I think it's going to show up at the next middle school dance. So that was done by Denali. So each of them have found their own combination of being a theater artist, but all of them are have grown so enormously, and I'm so grateful. Thank you for sharing your students, and keep showing up and giving your voice towards supporting theater for kids in this valley. Thank you.